This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back to Summertown High School. It's Brian Long again alongside Mark Springer and Will Pettis on the X Sports Network, getting ready to bring you the boys basketball game between Summertown and Mount Pleasant. And, Mark, I'm just telling you, I'm excited to see what the boys can bring after the big emotional win the other night at Lawrence County.
Yeah, it could be a little bit of a trap game just because you're coming off such a high and played so hard. I talked to Coach Boyd about Mount Pleasant and what he kind of expects. He says they went pretty deep in the playoffs in football. They've got a lot of football players, so you're going to see probably a stronger, as Coach Long said, we might struggle a little on the boards. They're going to be a little stronger in there. Got some height, got some athletes. But getting into the basketball mode from football is a little tricky. It's a little different conditioning situation.
Well, that's key, and that's, and I know that's what Coach Long or Wes wants to do. I mean, he wants to force them to play at a speed they're not comfortable, force them into some shots. There's a lot of ways to measure defense. And, what we try to do is what he tries to do is force them into play a game they don't want to play. So I'm anxious to see it. One thing about it, our team is always fun to watch. I mean, the amount of effort we bring, and I'm just looking forward to seeing it because over the years there's been some real battles.
Yes.
Hey, I tell you, Derek Boyd, who's back coaching this year, and I don't know if he's listening at home, a good buddy of mine, Mark Gent, man, I saw them. It was both those guys could play, and it was a real battle up there at Mount Pleasant one night, those two guys going. Mark went on to play at UNA here from Summertown, and Derek, I'm not sure where he went, but he's been here at coaching at Mount Pleasant for a bunch of years.
That's fun to run into people later in life that you competed against and couldn't stand in high school.
Oh, yeah.
You realize they're just like we are.
So Langdon Stanley getting ready to for the starting lineups. Mount Pleasant comes in at 5-3. Losses against Community twice, who's a very good basketball team, and Huntland. They've beaten Collinwood, Cornersville, Battle Creek twice, and Huntland once. Like Mark said, coming off a deep run in football, so they're trying to get their basketball legs under them a little bit. Now for Coach Wes Long and the Summertown Eagles. As the lights go dim. here at Gene McBee Court. Andrew Mabry, just full of effort, leads the team with his hustle. Number 4, Ryder Blackwood. Ryder off to a good start in this his junior campaign. Leighton Sherman. Leighton, the leading scorer for the Eagles. Graham Howe, another guy that's kind of bided his time here, and now he's off to a really strong start this his senior year. Now Sawyer Sherman, Leighton's twin brother, and the Sherman boys has had really strong years, good careers here at Summertown High School. As the lights come back on, as Graham Howe set to tip it off against number 15, Jaden Wilson for Mount Pleasant.
Talking about Sawyer, I think he's had some last 2 games, really solid games, doing a lot of different things on the court. Steals and
turned
rebounds.
into more than a shooter, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So Mount Pleasant will have number 0 is Brooks. Number 10 is Cale Scott. Pat tip controlled, and now I'm really thrown. Leighton Sherman. He's got on a different number tonight.
11.
And I can't tell them apart.
Oh, that's not. Well,
15, Wilson up with the bucket.
Shoes be Leighton, right? Yeah.
Leighton inside Graham Howe. Graham skips it out there, Ryder into the lane, back to Leighton for 3. No good. Rebound, slapped around, picked up by Brooks. Brooks for Mount Pleasant takes it home, layup, no good. Rebound, Scott for Mount Pleasant. Battled under the basket, kicks it into the corner to Brooks. Brooks goes inside, pass slapped away, last touch. Summertown beat Mount Pleasant basketball. Mount Pleasant got some beef on the floor, don't they, Mark?
Yes, it could give us some trouble on the boards.
Scott to play it in. Comes into Brooks. Over to Holt, back to Brooks, inside Wilson, shot, good. Jaden Wilson's got 4. He could be a matchup problem. Mabry, Sawyer Sherman for 3, no good, slapped around. Howe keeps it alive, picked up by Leighton Sherman to Blackwood, back to Leighton Sherman for 3, no good. Rebound, Sawyer Sherman. Sawyer to Mabry. Mabry takes it home, layup, no good, but he's going to be fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2 free throws.
Brian, that could be key if the matchup is still the same. If who am I talking about? Number 3,
Andrew
Mabry, the blank senior. If he can continue to take the basket and draw some fouls here, that could be key to this match.
Free throw back rim, no good. I'd like to see a couple of balls go in after the shooting night we had the other night. We've had some good looks here early. Mabry makes 1 of 2. 4-3, Mount Pleasant leads. Scott with it. Scott trapped in the backcourt, gives to Brooks. Brooks to Wilson. Wilson across the timeline, over to Holt. Brooks inside Wilson. 15-footer, no good. Rebound, Ryder Blackwood.
We'll let him have that one. That's the one.
Ryder to Andrew to Sawyer. Sawyer into the lane, shot up off the glass, no good, but Sawyer will go to the line for 2 free throws and mark it. That's exactly what we're talking about, right, with Sawyer?
I'm not sure who's called that on. On 20, on Scott.
Yeah. Sawyer, free throw, good.
I think too, Brian, one of the keys is going to be we continue to win the turnover battle. If we have less turnovers and create more,
free throw,
an edge.
Good. Sawyer 2 out of 2. Summertown takes the lead. Summertown in full court pressure. Holt across the timeline. He's trapped in the front court. Gets it out to Scott. Scott bulldoze in, backs it out there to Wilson. Now over to Brooks to Scott. Into the lane, 15-footer, no good. Rebound, strapped around, picked up by Wilson of Mount Pleasant, slapped away by Blackwood. Blackwood ahead to Sawyer Sherman. It's intercepted by Scott. Scott shut up, no good.
It's an interesting.
Holt for three, no good. Wilson back up and good.
Brian, they're going to let us play.
Wilson's got all 6 for Mount Pleasant. Sawyer Sherman. Graham Howe over to Layton. Layton takes it all the way home, layup, no good. But Wilson, they're going to get it on Brooks. It's going to be on Brooks. And Layton Sherman will go to the line for 2 free throws. Layton, free throw, good. 6 all. Landon Holt in, out goes Sawyer Sherman. Free throw, good. Layton, 2 out of 2. Summertown leads 7-6. Scott against full court pressure. Scott to Brooks, to Wilson, across the timeline, over to Holt, back out front, Scott. Scott, 15-footer, no good. Rebound, Wilson, no good, but he's going to be fouled by Howe. And Wilson will go to the line for 2 free throws. Wilson being very active here for Mount Pleasant early.
And I like our chances down the stretch. Like we talked about football conditioning and basketball conditioning. I think if we have an edge down the stretch, it will be conditioning.
Wilson's free throw, good. He's got all 7 for Mount Pleasant.
Because it's an up-tempo game. Both teams are playing hard, getting them down the court quick. That'll wear on you pretty quick.
Shang in for Mount Pleasant as well as Jaden McClure. Free throw, no good. Rebound, Howe. 7 all your score. Blackwood ahead to Landon Holt. Skips it out there to Howe. Over to Layton Sherman. Layton out front, Mabry. Mabry. Holt. Graham Howe to Blackwood. Summertown's motion. Blackwood out front to Howe. Howe now to Mabry out between the circles. Mabry drives, gives over to Layton Sherman. Tries to go inside, picked off by McClure. Slapped away by Sherman. McClure picks it back up, layup, no good. Battle for the rebound. It's McClure, but he's out of bounds as Graham Howe was battling against a couple of those big guys from Mount Pleasant. Blackwood, Mabry. Mabry spins into the lane, and we're going to get an offensive foul on Andrew Mabry. And we'll have to look on the replay. I mean, I'm sure it's the right call, but it'd be Mount Pleasant basketball, side, rear court.
Interesting, Mount Pleasant breaking our press with pretty much 4 across there. Everybody's on the front end, which I kind of like.
Scott out between the circles, gives over to Brooks. Brooks to McClure, back to McClure, layup, rolling, no good. Battle for the rebound, Andrew Mabry. Here come the Eagles. Mabry backs it off, wise choice. Now gives to Blackwood, over to Holt. Holt, pump fake, Graham Howe for 3. Bang! Graham Howe. Great pass there by Holt. Pass, stolen by Holt. We're going to get a kick ball, so it'll be Mount Pleasant basketball as Jack Hallmark in, Sawyer Sherman in. Out will go Mabry, out will go Blackwood.
I think the tempo favors us, Brian. I like a fast tempo with our group.
Scott in the backcourt, needs help, gets out to Brooks. Brooks across the court to Wilson. Wilson back out front, Brooks. Brooks over to Scott. Scott back to Brooks. Pass deflected, picked up by Hallmark. Here come the Eagles. Hallmark into the lane. Now kicks out to Layton Sherman. Skip pass over to his brother Sawyer. Sawyer puts it on the floor, but he's going to be fouled, and that will be on Scott, and I believe that will be his second.
He'll have to come out, probably.
Number 25, Zion Hollis, set to check in. Out will go Scott with the 2 personal fouls, and Hallmark will play it in for the Eagles as they lead 10-7. Layton Sherman Graham Howe. Holt. Hallmark. Sawyer Sherman from about 25. Bang! Sawyer Sherman knocks it down. 13-7, Summertown. Hollis ahead to number 4. That's Shang. Shang to Brooks. To McClure. Down to Hollis. Great job there by Mount Pleasant. Pass to Sawyer Sherman in front court. Sawyer gives out there to Hallmark. Hallmark. Howe to Leighton Sherman. Leighton thought about a 3. Now he gives it over to Hallmark. Holt for 3. No good. Rebound. Howe has it slapped around. Good hustle by Graham Howe as he's on the floor and throws it off of Hollis of Mount Pleasant.
Like a Saturday morning wrestling there.
13-9, Summertown. 2:50 to play here in the first period.
Zone out of bounds.
Hallmark. Howe. Sawyer Sherman. Sawyer. Leighton. To Sawyer. For 3. No good. Rebound Hollis. Hollis gives it out there to Brooks. Brooks over to number 4 at Shang.
Good hustle back.
And
2 kick balls already.
So Blackwood back in. John Kobe Stanley. Out goes Holt. Out goes Graham Howe. Stanley, Hallmark, the Shermans, and Ryder Blackwood. Pass comes into Shang. 13-9. Shang with it out between the circles. Inside to McClure. McClure dumps it down to Hollis. Goes stolen. It's out stolen by Stanley. Stanley's outlet pass, to Sawyer Sherman, and Sherman is fouled. And that will put Sawyer at the line for 2 free throws, as that is the 5th team foul on Mount Pleasant.
Another reason, Brian, I like the tempo on our chances down the stretch is we're playing a little deeper. We're going deeper into our bench like Coach Long has been doing all year long, and I think it just pays off giving it just a couple of minutes rest. And as you see, Mount Pleasant has subbed once just because of foul trouble.
Free throw, good. Sawyer, 3 for 3 on the night. That's a good way to jinx him. He's got 6, gunning for 7.
He can't hear us.
Rolling, he's got 7. 15-9, Summertown. Pass comes in to number 4, Shang. Shang picks up his dribble. Now gets it ahead to Holt. Holt racing, shot blocked. Picked up by Hollis. His shot is good. 15-11. Leighton Sherman for 3. No good. Rebound. Ryder Blackwood gets it back to Leighton Sherman. Over to Hallmark. Into the lane. Takes it home. Layup. Good. And he was fouled. Jack Hallmark with the strong move to the hole.
Case in point, when we're not making our shots as much as we typically do, we're finding ways to score. Big bucket by Hallmark. Let's make it 3 here.
Misses his free throw. Rebound picked up by number 25, Hollis. Hollis is going to be slapped around with scramble for the loose ball, and somebody for the Eagles is going to pick up a foul, and that's going to be.
John Colby got a tackle there. He's playing their football game.
Stanley with the foul, 3rd team foul on the Eagles. Pass comes into Wilson in the front court. Wilson being guarded by Sawyer Sherman. Gives it over to McClure. McClure drives on Mabry. He's shut down. Now gives out over to Wilson. It'll go through his hands, out of bounds. And Mark, I think even though it was a half-court set, you could see Mount Pleasant was a little bit rushed.
And I think that favors us. I think that's what Coach Long wants to do, get them out of their comfort.
Leighton Sherman takes it home. Layup, rolling, no good. Rebound, Hollis. Strong move there, just rimmed out. Holt across the timeline, now gets it back to Shang. Shang to McClure. McClure has it stolen by Mabry. He's ahead to Blackwood. Blackwood, pump fake, lays it up. Good. Ryder Blackwood with the bucket. 19-11.
Jump stop.
Wilson, he throws it out of bounds, and there we go again. Turnover, Mount Pleasant. Mabry to play it in. He gives it to Blackwood, ahead to Leighton Sherman. Leighton goes inside Stanley. Stanley's going to be fouled, and that's going to be the 2nd foul on Wilson. And John Kobe will be at the line for 2 free throws.
Robertson looks to be able to check in the game probably for Wilson.
Stanley, free throw, no good.
That's another thing about an up-tempo game. If you're playing bigs a lot and they're having to get out of position, could potentially get some foul trouble. That's happening so far.
Landon Holt re-enters for Leighton Sherman. Free throw, no good. Rebound, Hollis. Hollis gets it out there to Holt. Holt has it stolen away by Landon Holt of Summertown to Blackwood. Blackwood looking, gets it to Sawyer Sherman. Sherman spins into the lane, kicks it out Landon Holt. Holt into the lane, kicks it out Mabry. Mabry going to take it home, layup. Good, Andrew Mabry. Summertown basketball right there, folks. Hollis with it, ahead. He's being guarded by Stanley. It's stolen by Mabry. It's ahead to Sawyer Sherman. And Sawyer tries to go to Ryder, and John Colby thought it was to him, and Summertown loses it out of bounds. Can't fault the effort. Summertown getting up and down the floor.
I can already see some fatigue. I hate to say I told you so, but I will.
Howe back in. Out goes Stanley, and Mount Pleasant turns it over again.
And those are fatigue turnovers there already in this. Yeah, it may come back to haunt me saying that, but I just feel like
21-11. I mean, we're up 10, but it don't really feel like it, Mark. I mean, it just Blackwood looking. Now into Sawyer Sherman. Sawyer across the timeline, 20 seconds. Gives to Blackwood. Blackwood wanted the 3. Gives to Mabry. Mabry. Holt. Blackwood, 10 seconds.
Plenty of time, got to know.
Blackwood to Mabry. To Sawyer, 4 seconds. 3. Sawyer from the volleyball line, no good. Rebound Mount Pleasant, and that's where your first quarter will end. Summertown leading 21-11. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
It begins as all great things do, with a flicker, a spark of hope, a seed planted deep, waiting for warmth. A moment when you realize that given the right conditions, everything is possible. Welcome to the place of possible. The University of Tennessee Southern is a family of leaders and scholars united by a single goal: to grow the spark of greatness inside you into a future that transforms your family, your town, and your world. Here you'll spark your passion under the guidance of our nation's brightest minds, who open a window to the world's wonders from close to home. You'll fan the fires of competition.
Welcome back to Summertown. Second quarter action, Mark, and there was a lot of action in that first quarter.
Yeah, a lot of ups and downs, and like I said, Brian, I think that's to our favor, making their bigs get up and down and making some fouls that I'm sure their coach didn't want them making at this point. Scott had to sit out because of foul trouble.
Shot up, rebound Blackwood, but from Mount Pleasant, you've got Wilson and Scott both back in with 2 fouls. Howe for 3.
Long.
No!
Hey, almost got the roll.
Rebound number 21 for Mount Pleasant. That's Malachi Wilson.
Nice
Pass
job.
stolen by Holt. Holt ahead to Sawyer Sherman. Sawyer, nice feed into Graham Howe. Pump fake up, slapped out of bounds. And we're going to award that to Mount Pleasant.
Pretty good no call there, I thought. Yeah.
Landon Holt goes out, and Leighton Sherman comes back in.
3 across and got 1 deep. Got a little adjustment to that.
McClure
almost
gives over to Brooks. Back to McClure. Pulls up, 15-footer, too strong off the glass. Wilson with the rebound. It falls. And Wilson's got 9 of the Mount Pleasant's 11, 13. Mabry. Leighton Sherman for 3. No good. Rebound slapped around. Blackwood with it. Blackwood. Howe. Mabry for 3. No good. Rebound, number 21, Wilson. Malachi Wilson for Mount Pleasant. Gives to Scott. Scott loses it out of bounds.
Good defense. Good
and Mark,
defense.
you said it. I'm sure there are already double-figure turnovers. Mabry.
And we've had, I don't know if we've had a turnover, right?
Leighton Sherman into the lane.
Got a
He
walk.
traveled.
Yeah, one
Good
more.
call.
Right idea. He had
Jack Hallmark checking in. Out will go Ryder Blackwood. 6:40 to play in the first half. Summertown in full court pressure. Brooks to McClure. McClure that gives to Wilson. Wilson trap, now gives back to Brooks. Inside to McClure. McClure wants to work on Mabry, now kicks it into Wilson to the corner. He drives, stops, now skips it over to Scott for three. It's good. Scott knocks down the triple. 21-16. Leighton Sherman with the answer. No good. Rebound. Malachi Wilson. Over to Brooks. 6 minutes to play. Brooks to Wilson. Turnover, Mount Pleasant. As Jackson Bennett will come in, out will go Andrew Mabry.
Talk about Jackson coming off of an injury, kind of trying to get back into the flow of this game. He could really help us down the stretch.
Sawyer, Hallmark, back to Sawyer to Jackson Bennett. Bennett in the corner to Leighton Sherman. Leighton, back to Bennett. Sawyer Sherman. Jackson Bennett. Leighton Sherman. Three, good. Leighton Sherman.
He's going to find that.
Summertown making the extra pass. McClure takes it home, shot up, no good. Rebound, Leighton Sherman. Leighton racing across the timeline. He's going to stop for three.
And he should.
No good. Battle for the rebound. Hallmark and Howe battling with Wilson. It'll go out of bounds. It'll belong to Mount Pleasant. Hollis back in for Mount Pleasant. Scott to play it in. 5 minutes to 16 to play in the first half. Hollis, skip pass over to Wilson. Jaden Wilson back to Scott. Pass stolen by Bennett. Good job by Jackson Bennett. Takes it home, layup. Good, Jackson Bennett.
That looks like he's on his way back.
That looked like the Jackson of
old. Very strong move. Great steal.
Brooks. Scott being hounded in the backcourt. Gets it back to Brooks. To Wilson. Wilson. Back to Scott. Scott. Goes inside. Hollis up. No good. But he's going to be fouled, and that foul, I believe, is going to be on.
I think it's going to be on
Jackson Bennett.
Yep, Bennett.
Hollis at the line for 2 free throws. His team trailing 26-16, 4:39 to play in the first half.
Yeah, Brian, we do not want to play a half-court game. And that's not our style.
Free throw rattles out. Blackwood back in. Sawyer Sherman will get a blow. Blackwood, Hallmark, Bennett, Howe, Leighton Sherman on the floor for the Eagles.
The way we play, Brian, we'll give up an easy one now and then because of our pressure up the court. But it's a good trade-off, especially considering the personnel we have.
Blackwood with it across the timeline. Skips it over to Hallmark. Hallmark might have got away with a double dribble. Over to Jackson Bennett. Jackson resets the offense. Over to Blackwood. Blackwood. Mount Pleasant in a half-court trap. Blackwood to Jackson. Jackson into the lane. Kicks it in the corner to Leighton Sherman. No good. Rebound, Wilson. Malachi Wilson gives it to Brooks. That was a good job right there by the Eagles. The shot
That's
just
the
didn't
shot
go.
You want. Just need to get him his jersey back.
Brooks to Hollis to Wilson. Wilson back out front. Brooks inside to Hollis. Turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound, Ryder Blackwood. Ryder racing into front court. Kicks it over to Bennett. Bennett will shoot a three. Rattles, no good. Graham Howell slaps it around. Back to Howell in the corner. No good. Rebound, slapped around. Comes up Wilson. Wilson has it slapped away by Hallmark. Hallmark.
Nice look.
Ahead to Blackwood.
Nice
layup. Good.
That's our game. That's our kind of game. Keep it hully-gully, as I would call it.
Scott has it kicked and into the game for Sawyer Sherman and Landon Holt. In, out goes Hallmark and Leighton Sherman.
I'd like a clarification. If it doesn't hit your foot, is it a kick?
No, Wes says it ain't. I don't know.
It's got to be an intentional kick.
Yeah.
Of course, that would be intentional if it hit his foot. But I think they're
into Brooks. Summertown by 12. Brooks ahead to Wilson. Wilson going to take it all the way home. No good. We're going to get a block.
He stepped into him, I think, if you look at it. I think he stepped up into him a little bit.
Jackson Bennett with the foul.
I like what he was trying to do there, but I think that's a good call. Watch him as Jackson will step into him. Yeah, he leaned over to catch him. I like that because he's still got to work at it. Now he's got to make 2 free throws. Not sure what they're discussing.
Jaden Wilson at the line for 2 free throws.
What a good athlete.
Free throw, back rim bouncing, no good.
The other thing that
Stanley in, Mabry in. I'm sorry, Mark. Out goes Bennett and Howe.
The other thing that pressure and tempo, other teams will miss more free throws than they typically do because it's hard to go that fast speed and all of a sudden sit down and shoot an easy free throw.
Second free throw is good.
And to that point, typically the second free throw will go in if the first one doesn't. It's funny.
Stanley plays it in to Bennett. To Blackwood. Blackwood. Sawyer Sherman to Blackwood. Sawyer Sherman. Mabry. Mabry drives. Kicks it in the corner. Landon Holt has it slapped out of bounds by Brooks. It'll be Summertown basketball. Nice pass right there.
Good rotation. Good rotation by Brooks getting over there. That had to come a long way to get that one.
Holt. Sawyer Sherman. Sawyer for 3. Good. Sawyer Sherman from.
You hit it before you get to the zone.
From deep, 31-17. Brooks in front court for Mount Pleasant. He's trapped, needs help, gets it out there to number 3, and he's going to run over Mabry as Jaden McClure called for the charge. Great job, Andrew Mabry. And I hate when people make these statements like this, Mark, but somebody show me a kid in the state of Tennessee that's taken more charges than Andrew Mabry.
And they happen at such crucial times.
Just like the charge he took at Perry County.
Yeah. And you have someone like that fixing to shoot a pretty good layup, so that's draw a foul on him. It's a 4-point turn if you go down the score.
So with timeout on the floor, Summertown leading 31-17. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Looking to transform your home or commercial space? Lawrenceburg Flooring is your local stop for flooring, tile, and custom blinds. From sleek hardwoods and waterproof LVP to stunning ceramic and water jet tile, we've got the styles, colors, and prices to fit every taste and budget. With financing options available, visit Lawrenceburg Flooring today, where your design dreams become reality. Your floors, your style, we've got you covered.
We're back.
Welcome back to Summertown. Summertown basketball.
Whew.
As Andrew Mabry had just taken another charge to create another turnover for Mount Pleasant. Sawyer Sherman, Landon Holt. Mount Pleasant really extending the zone. Sawyer gets over to Ryder. He's open for 3. Good. Ryder Blackwood. He's got 7. Summertown's doubled him up. Now Ryder digging at it. Sawyer digging at it. Trapped in the backcourt. Intercepted by Stanley. Great job by John Kobe to find the ball handler. Holt. Sawyer. Sawyer to Mabry. Spins. Takes it home. Yep. He's going to be fouled.
He wasn't going to call it.
Mark, he might be 5'10", but there ain't a guy that one-on-one can guard him from the free throw line with his quickness.
And I know I probably say this every week, but especially if younger kids are watching this, the reason Summertown doesn't turn the ball over as much, we meet the pass. Yeah. We're always moving. There's very few people sitting around and over there waiting for the pass. They're having to work for it, and that's just hard to get steals from.
Mabry knocks down the first free throw. Mabry pops, rolls no good, rebound McClure from Mount Pleasant. But he's trapped. Now he dribbles out there, gets it to Scott. And Summertown just relentless on the pressure, but Blackwood called for the foul. but you're right. You made the motion. Scott might have got away with the travel.
Officials
Leighton Sherman in.
probably going to say he got him first.
Yeah.
But
on the floor for the Eagles, Blackwood, Leighton Sherman, Sawyer Sherman, Andrew Mabry, John Kobe Stanley. Scott to Brooks. Brooks, he's trapped. Now he gets it to McClure. McClure back to Scott. Scott into the lane. Shot up, no good. Rebound, number 21. That's Malachi Wilson. That's a big rebound right there by a big young man. Blackwood, Sawyer Sherman. Sawyer. Leighton was going to walk into that three, but he'll give it to Blackwood.
And again, he can go on a streak. We've seen it too many times.
2 in a row for Ryder. 38-19. Summertown's got him doubled up. McClure in the backcourt. Scott back to McClure. McClure has it slapped away. Runs over
charge.
Mabry.
Yes. That's the right call.
It was. I mean, he was out of control running, and Mabry just standing there. The guy didn't even see it.
Right.
I mean, that may be two.
In case in point, you don't always have to have the ball to charge. No. He'd already lost the ball. He'd turn the ball over. But you still can't run over someone.
No. Andrew plays it into Ryder. But, Mark, you talked about it with the West at halftime. They're starting to spread their defense out, and we're finding those gaps to the basket. Sawyer, there he goes, all the way home, layup. Nice. It's blocked.
Nice block. That's that 14.
Good block by number 14, B.J. Lane of Mount Pleasant. Nice. Summertown basketball.
But we still have the ball.
Blackwood looking. Leighton for three in the corner. Off the side of the glass, no good. Rebound, Lane against pressure. Ahead to Wilson, to Scott. Scott into the lane, and he's going to be fouled by John Kobe Stanley, and that may be 2 on John Kobe. Beats Mount Pleasant basketball under their own basket. Lane to play it in. Comes into Wilson. Good. Oh, it was nearly stolen by Stanley, and that'll be his third, and Howell will come back in for John Kobe.
I'll take that. That's a kind of a picky foul, especially for the way the game's being called to this point. But he saved a basket, and so far Wilson has not been really good from the free throw line.
Malachi Wilson.
I just made 2 for him probably by saying that.
First free throw, rims out. Howell in, out goes Stanley. Hallmark in, out goes Mabry.
We'll probably want to get the last one, get a good look to try to.
Free throw, good.
Lock that one down. Yeah, Coach will get one.
Blackwood with it across the timeline to Sawyer Sherman, to Hallmark, to Leighton, back to Blackwood. He's going to shoot it.
That's what they wanted.
12 seconds.
Still got time.
Hallmark, back to Blackwood, 7 seconds. Blackwood to Leighton. Leighton has it stolen by Scott. 2 seconds, 1 second. Shot up, no good, and that's where your first half will end with your Summertown Eagles leading 38-20. We'll be back in a couple of minutes with head coach Jeremy Jean.
Are you looking for a non-factory job environment? Livingstone Freight Solutions is a 3PL company that began managing warehouses in Tennessee, Alabama, and Mississippi. With our multiple shifts and experienced management team, our goal is to give you, as an employee, a safe family work environment and competitive wages. We offer a wide variety of employment opportunities from forklift drivers to management level positions. We also strive to offer a competitive benefit package and PTO options. For more information or to apply, visit us at livingstonefs.com or give us a call at 931-269-3255.
And welcome back at halftime of the boys' game with Summertown leading 38-20. Mark and I now are joined by head Lady Eagle basketball coach Jeremy Jean. Coach, congratulations. Big win tonight for our Lady Eagles, 85-15.
It was good to see the ball go through the rim. We struggled first of the year to make some shots, and then It started the other night at Lawrenceburg. We saw the ball go through, but tonight everybody had a chance, and we shot it pretty good, but we got after it still.
You know, to me, Jeremy, and I don't get to see practice and all that, but watching the team, I can see them growing, especially over the last 2 or 3 games.
Yes.
The way we moved the ball, the way we shared the ball.
Yeah.
You can see that it looks like we're just learning to play with one another.
You know, they are, and that's the hard thing about this game, managing minutes of people that need to play with people together, but then they don't need to play too much because you don't want to be running the score up, which we're not. But
right.
It's just that's a hard thing about this game. But everybody got a chance, and everyone did a good job at something. Whether it's rebounding, we didn't turn the ball over very, very much, but we had some that were just not good turnovers.
Coach, one thing that we talked about, and I know it's always a fear when you're that much ahead or you play a team that's record's not very good coming in, is playing sloppy and playing down their level. I was really happy to see that we didn't do that. We pretty much played our game and didn't allow. And to them, we said, kind of complimented them. They didn't stop. They had good attitudes. They kept playing hard, regardless of the score. Both teams. They
got after it. I thought we settled early for a couple of jumpers, and I don't think we hit the rim on any than 3 of them. But once we finally decided, hey, let's get to the rim, then the threes opened up and the jumpers got easier. Those games are hard because, you know, they know they're not going to play as much as they would if it was close, so they're trying to get theirs. But again, we didn't play selfish. Everybody made that extra pass, and I thought we moved the ball pretty good.
And that's what we was talking about. Forget who we're playing or forget what the score is. We were trying to make the right play. I mean, that was
they did.
Yeah, I don't know how many times we look. You can see our kids looking up for someone else to pass the ball to when they were instead of just bowling it in there. And the unselfishness, they didn't care who scored. Probably deep down, somebody said probably a grandmother back home was wanting so-and-so to score. But
they were, but again, I thought defensively we got to work on some 1-3-1. We got to work on a lot more, but just try some things out that against someone who doesn't run will be run. So it was good for that defensively. Just proud of the way they competed.
So coming off a couple of big wins, 3 big wins in a row, really. The overtime win at Perry, 1 at Lawrence County the other night, tonight at home. And then we got 4 games next week? We got a busy week next week?
We have 5. We're at Collinwood Monday, Tuesday at Lewis, then Friday we play Perry at 3:30 and Moore at 6:30.
Oh, wow.
And then East Hickman on Saturday. So we got a tough week.
So for the fans at home, if they don't know, so what, Friday and Saturday we're kind of having a Christmas classic?
Yes, we are. Saturday, first game's at 12, then 2 and 3:30. There's only 3 games on Saturday. We play at 12, boys play at 3:30. And then on Friday it is middle school game at noon on Friday. Then we play, then East Hickman, Mount Pleasant girls at 2. Then Perry and us girls at 3:30. Perry and Moore boys at 5, and us versus Moore County girls at 6:30.
So, hey, I'd say that. Come on, fans at home, come on out. It'll be a fun day.
It will
around, in and out, watch basketball all day, and maybe help the basketball teams raise a little money. I'm sure that's why we're doing it.
It is. It's going to help. When we go to Pensacola after Christmas, this is going to help. Just help us get down there and feed the kids, and then have a good time, but also get away and play some different people that we wouldn't normally play. But next week's a rough week for us because we don't have many bodies. We got 11 bodies and 6 games in 7 days. It's gonna be tough.
Mark and I were talking about on there, and we all know that our middle school girls, they're battling right now.
They are.
But we don't want them to get discouraged because some of the kids you're playing right now, it didn't look a lot different in middle school. And then we just see how they grow and how they develop. I think it's just important for those kids to see what can happen if you just keep at it.
In a year, in 1 year.
Yeah.
It's middle school girls are making the right decision. It's just we can't make a 24 skip, foot skip pass.
Right.
and next year when they get stronger, that'll be there, and then we're not going to freak out making that decision. So, I mean, they're getting better. I know they want to win some, but they just got to keep getting better.
Well, and talk about it a little bit, because Coach Stanley here was mentioning before the game, you guys got a lot of work going on right now in the weight room. We've had some donations. We're getting that back going.
Yes.
Just talk a little bit about some of the stuff we got going on here for the athletic part.
Well, that's going to help us a ton, because right now we haven't lifted in a year, and that's one thing that I think helped us back a couple of years ago. We lifted all year round. Was we didn't get injuries were slim. We were able to push people around without falling around, and our team this year, we go hard, but Page, they manhandled us, and Wayne County bumped us around too. So I think the weight room downstairs getting done is going to help us a lot, and it's an exciting time here.
Coach, not to go backwards, but I think it's worth going back maybe to the Lawrence County game, because to your case in point, obviously we coached Tess Long, and the improvement she's made, it really showed out in that game, offensively and defensively.
Yeah, defensively,
yes,
she's a pest.
She's a pest.
And it's, she's done it all year long, and we talked about it. The same thing I told her. She's got the rule. You can gamble for steals on our side of the court, but when they get to our side, you got to keep in front. I'm not leaning against Lawrence County. She didn't gamble for anything, but she still had 4 or 5 steals, and didn't put us in harm's way on the backside. So she did a really good job of doing what she can do well, and
so I was
proud of her.
You're seeing her, Izzy Garland,
getting better.
Up. You're seeing Frank's obviously come in and play some good minutes. Obviously, Brown is such a good, beefy kid that comes in and kind of, especially against Lawrence County, she was big to come in and kind of handle some of their strength underneath.
Oh, yeah. We're playing 8, and all 8 are getting better at I guess, their best thing. Lena's getting better at Lawrence County. She never turnover. First couple games she would get it and throw it away, because either we switched our offense up, basically. I'll say it's my fault the first 5 games, all the turnovers. Yeah. But anyway, they're getting used to each other, and they're just getting better, and it's going to be fun watching them continue to get better.
You're going to get the blame for the losses. You realize that. But
absolutely.
But the players get the wins.
That's the way it is.
that's how you get paid for.
Coach, congratulations. We look for good luck next week, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Thank you.
Again, halftime, Summertown 38, Mount Pleasant 20. Real quick, Mount Pleasant, they've had number 3 from Cale Scott, 10 from Jaden Wilson, 3 for Malachi Wilson, and 4 for Zion Hollis. For Summertown, we've got 10 from Sawyer Sherman, 10 from Ryder Blackwood, 4 for Andrew Mabry, 2 for Hallmark, 3 for Howell, 7 for Leighton Sherman, 2 for Jackson Bennett. So we've had 7 players score, Mark. I mean, that's hard to defend.
Well, when your leading scorer is third down the list and you're ahead, that's just a good sign. And I know Leighton missed some shots he wanted, and it probably gets frustrated, but that makes our team better when we don't have to depend on one person for the scoring, obviously. So I'm excited to see that. And I do think down the stretch, our conditioning and our depth that we're using is going to continue. I think it's going to spread this thing out more.
Hey, and I want to just piggyback off what Jeremy said. I want to encourage folks to come out. See what's going on up here, support our teams, help them make a little money to help do some things that maybe we're just a little short on up here. So it'll be Summertown basketball to start the third quarter as Leighton plays it in to Ryder Blackwood, to Howell, to Sawyer Sherman. He gets to a rolling Howell, pump fake, layup, good. Vintage Summertown basketball right there. Summertown still into pressure. Wilson in the backcourt. He gets it back to Brooks. Brooks across the timeline to Hollis. Hollis back to Brooks. Nearly stolen, nearly a backcourt. Back to Hollis. He drives. He runs over Andrew Mabry.
Yes, it's got to be.
The third charge taken for Andrew Mabry on the night.
The official took a little long to call it, so I was afraid he was going to go the other way. But you got to call that.
That was my dad at home. Wes used to take those at UNA. I mean, you take a pound, and when you're Andrew's size and a guy like that's running over you, I know people are kind of holding their breath a little bit.
Yeah.
Leighton to Andrew, to Sawyer, to Graham, to Sawyer, into the lane, layup, good. Sawyer Sherman, and I think he took a shot right where you don't want to.
Yep.
Landon Holt set to check in for him. Holt for Mount Pleasant gives to Scott. Scott needs help. Now gets back to Holt for Mount Pleasant. Leighton. Holt. Brooks. Wilson wants to work on Mabry. Great defense.
Good defense.
Great defense, Andrew
position.
Mabry. Rebound, Ryder Blackwood. Ahead to Sawyer Sherman. Sawyer into a cutting
job.
Blackwood. Layup, no good, but Brooks is going to foul, and Ryder will go to the line for 2 free throws. And Mark, I mean, you kept telling us to watch for this. Fatigue is setting in. You can see it. You can just see it.
And also what Sawyer did right there, he had the look at the shot, took one more pass, which makes the defense work even harder. He had a cutting Blackwood, hit him, draws a foul.
Holt in for Sawyer Sherman. Sawyer needs a chance to catch his breath over there, poor guy. Ryder makes 1 out of 2. He's got 11 on the night. And Summertown leads 43-20. Hollis to Scott. Scott across the timeline. Being hounded. He's trapped. Gets it to Brooks. Brooks looking inside Hollis. Hollis spins. Gives to Wilson. Wilson, great move. Layup good by Wilson. He's a
pass.
player.
Yeah.
Ryder Blackwood into front court. Gives to Graham Howe. Over to Landon Holt. Landon to Mabry. Into the lane. Layup. Oh, no good. Rebound, Scott. Scott. He's being pounded in the backcourt. 3 guys.
Steal.
And picked up. Leighton slaps it away. Ryder picks it up. He'll lay it up. And you called it, Mark. Great move by Ryder there to get the finish. Hollis. Right now to Mount Pleasant, it feels like there's about 7 Summertown Eagles on the floor.
And hands. and honestly, I wondered, the referees are letting them play a little bit. I thought that might be a disadvantage for us because they're so strong, but not in the open court. It's an advantage for us because we get a lot of hands out there on a lot of passes. Scott is worn out. And anybody would be having to bring the ball. He's their primary ball handler. Look at the
Blackwood with a near steal, but he gets the foul.
That's close.
But that, again, Summertown, we don't allow them to do anything easy.
Yeah, that's the easy inbounds pass, supposedly. If nothing's open there, we're going to clear it out deep. We're not going to.
Shang plays it in, gets it into Brooks.
Back to man-to-man.
Over to Holt.
Dublin.
Back to Brooks. Brooks going to take it home. He's going to be fouled. Yeah. Foul will be on Andrew Mabry for Summertown.
Thought we were in the man. I'm not sure what we're in, actually.
That's 3 on Andrew.
Which is a good thing. If you're not sure what the other team's in, it's hard to know what to run offensively.
Shang goes inside.
Oh, I don't know. Wow.
Well, we've had 3 calls, and they've been made by all 3 different officials here. I mean,
they're definitely calling it different because we've let that get by, let that go first half.
Hallmark in for Mabry with the 3 fouls.
And honestly, two Mount Pleasant players ran into each other causing that turnover.
Shang, he's called. Wilson's called for the travel. Graham Howe with some great defense in the low block, and he'll play it into Ryder Blackwood. Blackwood to Howe, across the timeline to Holt. Holt going to drive baseline. Now kicks it out to Howe, and we turn it over.
Yeah, got himself a little deep. If he'd not been under the goal, under the backboard, I'd almost like to see him fake and take that one up.
Brooks.
Easier said than done.
To Wilson. Back to Brooks.
That's close.
Over here to Holt. Inside to McClure. McClure double team. Back out to Holt. Brooks. Wilson. Over here to Shang. Back out to Brooks. Into Wilson. Lowers his shoulder. Layup. No good. Rebound. Ryder Blackwood. Blackwood wants to run. He gets it out there to Leighton Sherman. Sherman ahead to Holt. Holt to Blackwood. Blackwood thought about a three.
40-footer.
Howe over to Hallmark. Hallmark into the lane, takes it strong
Nice
way
take.
up. Good. Jack Hallmark.
I don't think they've figured out he's a lefty yet. He is strong.
47-22. McClure over to Shang to Wilson. Pull up 12-footer, no good. Rebound Blackwood. How many's he got of those? Ryder just, for a point guard, really rebounds the ball well. Howe. Holt. Hallmark. Layton for three. Bang.
They're
Layton
not going to
Sherman.
guard them at this point in the game with fatigue. If he hits those, Mount Pleasant's in trouble.
And just like that, it's 28. Brooks, his Summertown's got 5 new guys set to come in. Wilson. Holt from Mount Pleasant back to Wilson. Over to Brooks. And Layton. I think Layton just did that to let the subs come in. 50-22, Summertown, 3:58 to play in the third.
Brian, it still feels like a close game to me.
It does.
It's because they can be explosive, but we've just gotten them out of their tempo.
Jaden McClure at the line for 2 free throws.
Really good athlete.
No
Strong
good.
kid.
Into the game for the Eagles. Sawyer Sherman, Andrew Mabry, Jackson Bennett, John Kobe Stanley, and Max Dillard. I don't see any let up in these 5 guys coming in either. It's going to be
Not
just
an
more of the
effort
same.
for sure.
No. McClure ready for the second toss. In the air, back rim rolling, good. It's his first point of the night, Mark.
Yeah.
Mabry across the timeline. He gives over to Sawyer. Sawyer from downtown, no good, slapped around. John Kobe tries to keep it alive. It'll go out of bounds, last touch by Stanley. Mount Pleasant basketball. Brooks set to play it in. Summertown still in the full court press.
Yeah, Coach Long will not let up. These kids in there, just going to have to continue to do what's been done.
Brooks across the timeline. Dillard guarding McClure. McClure with it. Back to Brooks for 3. No good. Rebound. It's Wilson. Did you see Dillard right there with McClure? Dillard. They give it to number 5. That's Haywood.
It's a couple of football players out there.
McClure drives into the lane.
Yeah.
We're going to get a foul. That foul may be on, is that on John
Dillard.
Kobe or Dillard?
I think it's Dillard.
And it is Dillard.
Yeah.
So McClure at the line. He was just 1 out of 2 just moments ago for 2 more free throws. Free throw, good. 50-24. McClure's second toss in the air, rolling, comes out of there, goes out of bounds. That's either our ball or on the back them.
Yeah.
We're going to give it to Mount Pleasant.
He missed that one.
I mean, that, folks, that's just right here in front of us. Too easy to
Well,
see.
hit the back of the backboard. Ball never lies.
Max Dillard to play it in. He gets it in to Sawyer Sherman. Here come the Eagles. Sherman to Dillard to Mabry. Gets a screen. Mabry to Sawyer Sherman to Jackson Bennett. Bennett, John Kobe over to Mabry. Drives baseline, takes it home, layup, no good. But he's going to be fouled by Jaden McClure. And once Andrew gets ahead of steam, it's just hard to get him cut off.
I talked to
3 on McClure.
Talked to Coach Boyd a little bit about difference in conditioning in football and basketball. There's not a huddle where you rest up. This, especially this type of game. It's up and down the whole.
Mabry's
8
got
minutes.
5. So he makes 1 out of 2. Lane back in for Mount Pleasant. Summertown in full court pressure. Lane gets it in to number 5, Haywood. Haywood being hounded in the backcourt, gives to Scott. Scott across the timeline, being guarded by Bennett. Gets a screen. Scott needs help. Back to Haywood. Haywood looking for McClure, now finds him. McClure has it slapped away by Stanley. It'll be out of bounds. Last touch, John Kobe Stanley. Mount Pleasant basketball. 2:40 to play in the third. 51-24, Summertown. Haywood into Lane. Lane.
Yeah.
Looking
They're wanting
inside.
to get it in. Yeah, he's just not there. Mabry's
Scott
doing a good
with it.
job.
Scott being hounded by Dillard. Scott into the lane. Shot up. He's going to be called for the travel. Scott turns it over. Be Summertown basketball. Good defense right there, Max Dillard.
A little encouragement by the Mount Pleasant fans.
Bennett's going to take it home. Shot, block, rebound, Schlang of Mount Pleasant. Scott in the backcourt, being hounded by Mabry. Mabry's going to be fouled. That will be the fourth foul of Mabry. Coach Long quite frustrated because he feels like that's kind of getting we're not getting the same call on the other end. Scott's got 3 points on the night, and he's going to the line for 2 free throws. Hayden Lindsay sets check in. Scott rolling, no good.
Let's see Lindsay getting the ball game.
He's in for Mabry. Scott, second toss is good. He's got 4, and it's 51-25. Bennett, Dillard, Lindsay, Stanley, Sawyer, Sherman. Stanley to Lindsay to Stanley, over to Sawyer. Sawyer missed him on the back door. Dillard to Bennett. Bennett drives. He's going to kick it in the corner to Lindsay. Out front, Sawyer. Over to John Kobe. Layup.
And good and a foul.
John Kobe Stanley.
We've got Scott on the foul going up. Good ball movement. Good ball movement. Bennett takes the ball, the baseline, kicks it corner, reverse it. John Kobe catches it on the run.
Stanley at the line. Free throw. Back rim, no good. Hayden Lindsay with it. Pump fake. And he's going to be tied up by Schlang on the alternating possession. It'll belong to Mount Pleasant. Kaysen Edwards, sophomore,
Edwards
in
in
for Sawyer Sherman. Kaysen Edwards, another kid, Mark, that we've watched. He's really grown over the last couple. And I'm talking about in not stature as much as his game.
He was at our house today. He said there. I told him he's the very best sophomore we got.
It's only one.
Yep.
Brooks goes inside to number 25, Hollis, kicks it out there to Wilson. Wilson into the lane to Lane. Lane being hounded. Nothing easy for Mount Pleasant right now. Lane gives it over to Wilson. Wilson inside to Hollis. Hollis spins on Stanley. Shot good. And they're going to get John Kobe with the foul as Hollis scores the bucket.
I don't know. Did he have him down low? Or I'm not sure. I didn't see it.
Fourth on John Kobe. In comes Hallmark. In comes Holt. Out goes Bennett. Out goes Stanley. On the floor for the Eagles, Landon Holt, Jack Hallmark, Max Dillard, Hayden Lindsay, and Kaysen Edwards. Free throw, good. Summertown by 25. Landon Holt to Hayden Lindsay. Out front, Dillard to Hallmark. Hallmark into the lane, kicks it out there to Holt for 3. Too strong. Rebound. Number 11 for Mount Pleasant. That's Robertson. Hollis has got it. Back to Robertson. 15-footer. No good. Rebound goes out of bounds. Last touch. Mount Pleasant. It'll be Summertown basketball.
And Brian, the other thing that I think may be hard to realize, Mount Pleasant's a good basketball team. Mount Pleasant will beat a lot of people.
Lindsay, he's going to load up a 3. Too strong. Edwards with the rebound. Back to Lindsay. Out front, Hallmark. Hallmark drives in the corner to Holt. Holt in the corner to Lindsay. Lindsay had the 3, passed it up. Dillard into the lane. He kicks it out to Holt. It'll go out of bounds. Last touch, Mount Pleasant. we might be a little guilty overpassing, and I think that's what Wes is telling them right now. Hayden especially had to.
But if you're playing defense, you hate this.
Oh, yeah.
He wants to shoot the ball. Let's move on.
Hallmark to play it in. Hallmark into Lindsey. To Holt. Holt. Back to Lindsey. To Edwards. To Hallmark. To Dillard. Hallmark. To Edwards. Holt. For three. Bang! Landon Holt can shoot it.
Just looking better every game, Brian. No foul.
And that's where your third quarter will come to end. Your score, Summertown 56, Mount Pleasant 28. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Swap and Shop Center in Lawrenceburg is your go-to stop to complete your home, business, a combination of both, or really anything you can think of. With one of the region's biggest selection of bedroom furniture, name brand mattresses, recliners, living room and dining room suites, accents for the home or office, quality name brand appliances, and did I mention Swap and Shop services what they sell? This is family owned and operated business at its best. And the best part is, they'll treat you like family too.
We got bedroom suites, mattresses, dining room suites, appliances, outdoor equipment, mowers, and more. See us at the Swap and Shop Center in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action, 56-28, Summertown basketball. Hallmark to Lindsey to Holt. Holt drives, gives to Edwards, turn it over. It'll be Mount Pleasant basketball. And you know, we're going to see some things here, some guys that probably are not used to playing together a lot, Mark. I mean.
And so far, so good. You're right. They almost passed up a couple of shots down there, but you got an offensive foul.
What did we get?
Foul on Brooks for pushing off. See it here?
Oh, yeah.
And you know, I'm going to commend the official on that. At this point in the game, they're
It'd
so
be
far behind.
easy not
You
to
got
call
to if the foul's a foul, call it. You forget the scoreboard.
Hallmark to Edwards. Edwards back to Hallmark. Into the lane. All the way home. Layup. Rolling. No good. Look at Max Dillard. But he's going to be called for the foul.
It's all right.
Way to go after. I mean, that's what we were just talking about off air. Just go get the basketball. Good drive by Jack Hallmark. We're seeing some things that he's lacked a little bit of confidence in some earlier games. He's looking to take advantage of now. Brooks. Slapped away by Lindsey. Picked back up by Brooks. Stolen by Dillard. He gives it to Holt. Holt to Hallmark. He's going to take it home. Has it slapped away. Scramble. Loose ball. It'll belong to Mount Pleasant. But again,
Mark, they're giving him that. You got to take it.
He was just kind of lost handle just a little bit, or he would have had another layup.
They're calling for a pick. Looked like a little horn set.
Brooks.
They got the mismatch down there. They probably want a nice pass back.
To number 21, Jaden Wilson, and he'll go back to the line for 2 free throws. Mark, he had 10 points in the first half. He scored 2 this half. And that was early in the third quarter. Free throw, good. Nice stroke.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute. That's a different one.
Yeah,
that's Malachi.
Yeah, Malachi. Still a nice stroke.
Yeah.
He's a lefty. John Colby back in the game for Max Dillard. Some good minutes by Max.
We're going to get a lane violation on somebody. One more shot. It's going to be on John Colby.
Thought it might be a false start, but it's offside. He got in there first, didn't he?
Malachi Wilson. Free throw good. Yeah. Landon Holt into Jack Hallmark. Back to Holt. Over to Hayden Lindsey. Stanley. Edwards for 3. Oh, almost. In and out.
Had to look. Good look.
Brooks Ahead to Wilson. No good. Rebound to Edwards. And here come the Eagles. Edwards has it slapped away by Brooks. Brooks has it slapped away by Edwards. Stanley picks it up. Ahead to Edwards. He's going to take it home. Left.
Nice job.
Good. Kason Edwards, nice move right there.
He earned that one.
58-30. Stolen
Nice
by
field,
Edwards. Edwards. Layup.
Yes,
good.
Look at their bench. Look at our bench.
Brooks.
You got to love that.
Cross the timeline. In. He's going to be fouled by Holt. Or it could be about one of three different guys.
Yeah, I may have to get rid of the Nike on this one.
Yeah. So if Mark gets a little quiet from time to time, not Springer checking in. He comes in for Hallmark. So we've got Springer, Landon Holt, Edwards, John Kobe Stanley, and Hayden Lindsay.
Just so you know, I did not pick out the shoes.
Brooks into McClure. Back to Brooks. Guarded by Springer. Brooks looking inside. Now kicks it out Wilson. Wilson wants to drive. He's cut off. Slapped away.
Good job,
nice
John
job, John Kobe. So it'll be Mount Pleasant basketball.
I would not want to play against Summertown these days. They're just everybody wants a little piece of the defense. That's the key. We're not just great offensive players, but they're just playing the game as it should be played right now. Now I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves.
6 minutes to go. Timeout on the floor. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Got a dent, a ding, a scratch, or a bent fender? Major or minor, Car Country Collision Center in Leoma can fix you up. Car Country works with all insurance carriers, gives free estimates, can work on foreign and domestic vehicles, and has experience you can trust. They've been in business since 1990. Unfortunately, accidents happen, but you can get your car back on the road with as little hassle as possible with the help of Car Country. Call 931-852-4708 or stop by at 2567 Highway 43 South in Leoma.
The storm doesn't ask. It takes. It tests. It pushes everything to its limit.
Welcome back to Summertown. Mount Pleasant basketball trailing Summertown 60-30. Pass slapped out of bounds by Hayden Lindsay. And Mark, we were just talking off air.
Yeah.
Nothing is easy. It doesn't matter who comes in. The pressure stays.
Just like a bunch of gnats.
Yeah. Well, as our junior high coach, Mike Kilburn, used to coach our middle school, and he used to call it like a bunch of savage dogs. I mean, Wilson in, shot up, no good, stripped by Springer, but I believe we're going to get a foul on Stanley. I'm not sure. Looked like Knox had to strip if he was going up. Nope, it is on Knox.
It's in the books.
Yeah. 21, Malachi Wilson. He was 2 of 2 moments ago. No good.
Just jinxed him.
60-30, 5:44 to play. Wilson, free throw, no good. Rebound, Knox Springer. Knox racing into front court. Ahead to Stanley. Stanley. I don't know who he thought he saw. But that's all right. Here we go. Shang. You know, and Mark, Mount Pleasant still got several frontline guys in.
Yeah, you're right.
4 played a lot early. 21, of course, 1 started. Into Wilson. Wilson drives, shot, good. Malachi Wilson. He may be a young kid, younger. Lindsay with it, out to Holt. To Knox Springer. Knox takes it baseline all the way home. Now kicks it in the corner. Edwards. Ooh, no good. Great job right there by the Eagles. Ahead to Haywood. Haywood shot, no good. Rebound. Robertson back up and good by Robertson. Springer into front court. Over to Stanley. Over to Lindsay. Out to Holt. To Edwards. Edwards. It's a rolling Holt. Just let him a little too much. Wilson with it. Wilson cut off by Edwards. Back out to Shang. Needs help. Stolen by Holt. Holt going to take it all the way home. No, he's going to be fouled. I believe they're going to call it on the floor.
There's no quit. There's no quit.
60-34, 4:28 to play. Max Dillard checking in, and Corbin White.
Another freshman.
So what we got, Mark? Two
freshmen,
two sophomores,
a couple
and a junior.
juniors. Nice
Edwards
play.
cutting
Nice
to the
play.
basket, no good, but he's
Off
going
the
to be
foul.
fouled. Nice feed right there by Springer on the inbounds play to hit-to-cutting Edwards. Edwards will go to the line for 2 free throws. He's got 4 on the night. Free throw, good.
Kind of one thing we were talking about the girls basketball. Same with the girl. I mean, I've told Kaysen on the way up here. I coached him when he was in rec or whatever, and
good.
He's just a runaway soccer player. I told him.
Yeah.
But he has really developed his game through the years, and like I said, if you're young and want to play this game, don't give up. Work on your game.
Haywood
Because
goes inside. Robertson turn around, rolling good. Joseph Robertson with the bucket. Springer across the timeline, beats his man, takes it a home shot, no good. He's fouled. And Knox Springer will go to the line for 2 free throws.
62-36. As I told you off the air, I was a little concerned with Mount Pleasant, knowing the athletes they have, what they have. We just come out and really hit them in the mouth and kept it up. Now, later on the season, could be.
Oh, yeah, ain't no doubt. It'll be different. We go back up there. Springer, no good. Rebound. Lane being hounded by Springer in the backcourt. Across the timeline. Over to one. Brooks into Robertson. Spins on Lindsey. Out to Haywood.
Good job of Lindsey down there.
To Lane. Lane drives. Cut off by Springer. Looking inside. Has it stolen by Springer. Springer wants to run. Knox. Top key over to Edwards. Edwards into the lane. Kicks it out to Corbin White. Corbin needs help. Gets it to Edwards. Edwards to Springer for 3. No good. Oh, back rim. Bounced up, hit the backboard. Turn it over. It'll be Mount Pleasant basketball. But again, we continue to get the look we want. I mean, Haywood over to Lane. Lane. Nearly stolen by Dillard. Wilson, jumper, no good. Rebound, Edwards. Edwards wants to run. Edwards. Oh, nice pass to Springer. Pump fake, shot up, no good. And Knox will go back to the line for 2 free throws.
Nice pass.
That was a very nice pass by Kaysen Edwards. Seeing the floor.
And you want to see these younger kids continue to play unselfish. I think that's contagious with this bunch.
Springer, free throw, back rim, no good.
His mama may break his plate if he misses this one. Just tell you.
Second toss, no good. Rebound. Look at Dillard with the pass to Edwards. What a play by Max Dillard. And you know what I saw, though, Mark? If we see it on the replay and the fans at home, Max Dillard muscles, takes it away, gives it to Edwards. Watch Edwards. Watch Edwards as soon as he scores it. Oh, man.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you.
And Dillard falling down before he walks, gives the ball up.
Right.
Hopefully, who's that down?
Is that? I think it's is that number 3, Jaden McClure.
McClure's down. Let's hope he's okay. Maybe just I couldn't really tell what happened.
Is Jaden McClure? He's the football.
Yes,
I mean,
I think so. Yeah.
I don't know if you can say stud on the air, but he's the football stud.
Yeah, you can.
No, that's Joseph Robertson.
Robertson, yeah. And McClure's over on the, McClure's already out. Yeah, let's hope he's okay.
64-36, Summertown by 28, 3:03 to play. On the floor for the Eagles, Max Dillard, Hayden Lindsey, Kaysen Edwards, Corbin White, and Knox Springer. Lane. Lane drives all the way home. Shot, no good.
Right.
We had
pretty good
defense.
block by
Well,
Jason, I think.
Edwards and Springer was both there. Edwards with the foul.
I thought Edwards got it cleaned. I will say this, I think the
free throw good. Second toss, no good. Rebound, Corbin White has it. Corbin has it slapped away from behind, picked up by Haywood. Haywood gives over to Schlang. Shang back to Lane. Out to Brooks. Brooks drives, shot up off the glass, no good. Rebound Wilson. Wilson shot, no good. We're going to get Summertown with the foul after
I think it may be a headlock.
Dillard about got his head ripped off.
Yeah, a little headlock action. One thing I will say too, a lot of times we're tough on the officials. Honestly, through and through, it's been pretty consistently called basketball game. They miss one here and there.
Yeah. Heatherly into the game for Summertown.
Glad to see Heatherly
free
get
throw,
some action
good.
here.
Second free throw, no good. Schlang runs it down. Wilson for three, no good. Rebound Corbin White. White brings it across the timeline to Edwards. Edwards all the way home layup, good. Kason Edwards.
He sees if there's a lane, he takes it.
He's in double figures. He's got 10, 66-38. Lane back out to Schlang. Shang cut off by Springer. Gets it away to Brooks. Brooks back to Shang. Inside to Wilson. Wilson works on Heatherly. Shot up, no good. Gets his own rebound up, no good.
Could almost call it. He's ducking dipping the shoulder a little bit.
I thought he did too. Of course, our younger guys are not kind of filled out as much yet, so he can kind of knock them around a little bit. So Malachi Wilson back at the line for 2 free throws. First one is good.
I like Wilson. I like Malachi also. Pretty solid little player.
Free throw, good. He makes them both. 66-40. Springer ahead to Corbin White. White, jumper, no good, but he's going to be fouled. That foul's going to be on Lane.
Let's see if White can get in the books on a free throw here. I think once we talked about the different our players, even our JV bunch, they're getting better at getting the ball up the court. Pass that ball up the court. And it just creates stress on the defense. You're just making things happen. White hits the first one and rolls the second one in.
68-40. Shang ahead to Haywood. Over to Brooks. Brooks inside, slapped away by Edwards. It'll be Mount Pleasant basketball with 1:37 to play. Lane.
There are no easy baskets. I'm liking how Heatherly's working hard underneath. Good hustle by Lindsay.
Mount Pleasant basketball. Holt gets it into Haywood. Haywood gets it to Shang. Shang drives. Shot up, no good. Rebound, or no, he's going to be fouled. Is they going to get Heatherly with his second one?
Get Heatherly in the books.
Or Knox again.
I couldn't tell what he.
Shang.
They've got plenty to give. Doesn't matter.
Free throw, no good. 68-40, 90 seconds to play. Free throw good.
You get a push. Got 2 shots for, I think, Corbin White's going to shoot a couple more free throws. He got pushed in the back on the block out by Wilson. Malachi Wilson. I look at it right here. Yeah, I know it's going to be Heatherly. Heatherly's a good free throw shooter, too. Love to see him knock this down. Glad he's still a part of our system. Look how tall he is for freshman.
Yeah. Heatherly, free throw, no good.
His dad's not going to like that.
Heatherly ready for the second toss. He pops.
Got a good feeling. Oh.
No good. Rebound, Lane. Lane gives over to Shane. Inside Wilson. Back out front, Haywood. Pump fake, 15-footer. No good. Rebound, Heatherly. Nice job. Oh, slapped away, picked up by Wilson. Springer ahead to White. White has his pass stolen by Brooks. Brooks takes it home, layup, no good. Rebound, Wilson. Shot is blocked by Springer, but I believe Knox is fixing to pick up his fourth.
I think he got a little more arm. Is that his fourth?
60,
well, get him while you can, I guess.
60 seconds to play. Yeah. Malachi Wilson back at the line for two. Free throw good. Wilson has scored 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 points this quarter.
A sophomore. I thought he looked young. A sophomore. That's
second toss, no good. Rebound, Springer. Springer in backcourt. Across the timeline. Got a lane to the basket. Shot up, rolling good. Knox Springer.
In the books.
Nice finish by the young freshman. Pass to Haywood. Picked up. Oh, Summertown had it and was gone before they could get their hands on it. 70-44, 43 seconds to play. Pass comes in to Hayward. Ball slapped away. It's picked up by Lindsay. Now Knox Springer's got it. Springer across the timeline. Resets the offense. He had it slapped away. Lane. Being guarded by Edwards. Into the lane. Shot up. No good. Battle for the rebound. It's Wilson. And Wilson screaming out his team down by 30. And he's White.
You got to love it.
Edwards. Springer. Springer into the lane. Shot up. No good. He might have got fouled. Edwards with the rebound up. And it's good. Edwards.
Yeah,
and that's where it'll end. Your score, 72-46. Mark, I'll let you talk about it, but while I'm doing the stats, but I just so impressed with our effort, our intensity.
Yeah, I think it's actually, we haven't had one of these games where we could actually take a deep breath down the stretch. It's been just a hard-fought season to this point. We've pretty much had to give everything we've got the whole game, so it's good to see some of these young guys get in and play today. And like we said from the start, Mount Pleasant's a really good basketball team. They're only going to get better. Coming out of their football season, they went pretty deep in the playoffs, and it's a different type of conditioning, and it kind of felt like that the style of basketball that we play and play so deep, we were going to cause some turnovers, create some fatigue situations. A lot of turnovers, Brian, comes out of fatigue and just not really being able to put enough on that pass, and it even affects free throw shooting. So I just felt like we were going to increase the margin the second half, and I didn't realize we would do it that much and that quick. And we didn't shoot really well the first half, like we were used to shooting. Blackwood once again kind of hit a couple of threes in a spurt there that really started the momentum. And we just continued. And you mentioned this, Brian. Everybody that comes into basketball games, if they're going to play on this team, they better buy into giving everything they've got. And we can do that because we've got other kids. If someone gets in there and fouls out, we got another one come in, and you're not going to be able to tell much difference. That's truly makes a good team and a fun team to watch.
So your score, 72-46. Mount Pleasant, Jaden McClure, 2 points. Shang, 1 point. 4 for Cale Scott, 4 for Joseph Peterson, 1 for B.J. Lane, 12 for Jaden Wilson, 15 for Malachi Wilson, and 7 for Zion Hollis. Summertown, 2 for Knox Springer, 5 for Andrew Mabry, 13 for Ryder Blackwood, 12 for Kason Edwards, 4 for Jack Hallmark, 2 for John Kobe Stanley, 5 for Graham Howe, 2 for Corbin White, 10 for Leighton Sherman, 3 for Landon Holt, 2 for Jackson Bennett, 12 for Sawyer Sherman. I mean, it's, I just, at the risk of sounding like a broke record, I mean, it's just everybody comes in, understands what we need to do, and understands what it's going to take to do it. Now, does it always work out? No. But you can see that we're trying to make the right play.
And I think, Brian, a big test for us because of the way we play. Next week we're going to have a good test. We've got a long streak of several games, and I'm looking forward to that because I actually think that favors us. I just think these kids love to play.
Oh, yeah.
And let them play.
So, again, this is Brian Long alongside Mark Springer. Big thank you to Will Pettis for all he does behind the scenes for X Sports Network. We're signing off from Summertown. We'll see you next week.